Howdy friends, welcome to CPSB-TV. I'm Casey Darbone.
And I'm Angela Quasaba. Coming up, we look into the use of AI in school, and we'll also help you explore your dreams.
And then we hear about the weird things that have happened to you.
Millions of people are using artificial intelligence to make life easier.
ChatGPT alone has more than 800 million users per week, and it's no surprise that AI is a popular tool used to cheat in school.
CPSB-TV, Brian Flores looks into the problem.
In recent years, there has been a lot of controversy about using AI in school, English classes in particular.
I have seen mostly that AI is taking the place of student writing instead of how students write.
So what I've seemed to notice with the few instances where I've seen AI used in writing is that it is taking away students' ability to really put their own creative original thought into things.
But is it really that big of a problem?
In totality, I think we have a lot less of like putting a prompt into an AI generator and spitting out a whole essay.
I have found it's, at least I think, has been way less this year than it was last year.
So does AI have a place in education at all?
I think that AI can be a tool to help. I think that's what it was intended for. I don't think using it is necessarily a bad thing in and of itself.
I think AI is one of those things where it's not necessarily good or evil itself. It depends on whose hands it's in.
So AI can be used as a tool to help you, but it can also be used to cheat. So next time you have an essay and you plan to use AI, use it to assist you instead of doing all the thinking for you. This has been Brian Flores, CPSB-TV.
Many organizations are now prioritizing hiring people with AI skills and experience. And if you enjoy swimming, you might want to join Sulphur High swim team.
Sulphur reporter Ben Williams dives into the details.
If you're looking for a sport to be involved in, the Sulphur High swim team may be the way to go. Here, students do not need much experience to join the swim team.
Anybody can join the swim team, and no, they don't need experience. If they can at least make it across this pool, I can work with them. Swimming benefits all different sports. I've had all kinds of swimmers, soccer players, basketball players, volleyball players.
The team practices Monday through Thursday, 8 hours to 5 during open season, and is a great way to bond with others.
I've been swimming on the Sulphur High team all 4 years, but I started swimming when I swam a few summers in middle school. I like the swim team because I like my team, I like the bonds, and I also like the actual sport and the competition. Some benefits of joining, I think, is the community, just the whole team and everyone supporting each other.
It's also a good routine to get into every day, as it is a great way to work out and stay in shape.
Tryouts for the Sulphur High swim team will be held in May and then again in the beginning of August. Ben Williams, CPSB-TV.
Sulphur High swim season runs from August through November. You know, when I was 10 years old, I once wrestled a raccoon.
Oh, really? What happened?
Well, it was late at night and I was just trying to find my dad and just so happened to wander into the woods.
Well, that's not the only weird thing that Sulphur High students have experienced. Here are some strange stories.
The weirdest thing that ever happened to me was when someone came, well, this guy, first of all, and then when someone else came up to my yard and just like stole my cat out of my yard and like just stole him. But then he came back, so it's a good thing.
I had a student one time make a comment that my hair was green. And then we all kind of looked at him and realized he was colorblind and couldn't tell at the time my hair was red.
Okay, so our teacher isn't here today, and it said on the door to go to the auditorium. And we went to the auditorium and we just witnessed a silent dance battle.
It would be getting stranded at a 7-Eleven gas station for a long time because our bus broke down.
So, for Beta State Convention, we went to the Cajun Dome, and we had a stress ball, and we were bored. So we started playing Monkey in the Middle through the stadium, and by the time everyone else filled in, they started cheering for us as we played Monkey in the Middle, and it eventually wound up getting to the point where people booed when the last day of convention had to start and we had to stop playing.
You know, I once had another weird dream where I was destroying an empty carnival with a living clown axe.
That's kind of weird.
Well, reporter Gavin Lamb looks into why we dream what we dream.
Probably this one time whenever I was a kid, I had a dream where like Elmo came jumping out of the closet at me, and I like beat him up and I threw him into a volcano in Hawaii.
Dreams are weird. 1 minute you're in your bed, the next You're fighting a dragon that was actually your stepbrother. I wouldn't ask Miss Turner, our psychology teacher, for more insight on why our dreams could be so strange.
The more current theories are that they are actually a way that we are processing and categorizing our day, our memories, and deciding what needs to go into long-term memory and processing that way what occurred during the day. There are some theories that they are just completely random. However, you cannot see anything in a dream that you haven't seen in the past. You really aren't seeing a stranger. That person may have walked by you and you don't even realize you noticed them.
So we still aren't quite sure what dreams are actually about. I decided to grab more information by asking you guys about your weirdest dreams.
I got eaten by a frog.
Amazing. My dog was a tyrannical emperor.
And you as well.
My best friend was naked and they tried to come kill me and my family.
I had this dream. I was at a carnival and went up in the Ferris wheel, and whenever I went up in the Ferris wheel, everyone turned to fish people.
So it seems dreams are just weird. One time I had a dream where bees decided my hair was the best place to live. But they really hated praying mantises, so they decided to go fight praying mantises instead of living in my hair. Gavin Lamb, CPSB-TV.
Have you ever had an annoying friend who just says the dumbest things?
Well, CPSB-TV, Zane Corley introduces something like that in this animation.
And then I said, hey, that wasn't a crouton, those were my car keys. Yeah, well, wanna go back to my house and play some Battle for Bikini Bottom? Nice, let me go get Warp Pipe. You'll want to get in this for sure. Hey man, me and Stingray were gonna hang out. Did you wanna join?
I'm famished for a radish.
What?
It's not illegal to be a seagull.
What are you talking about? No, he's probably just being intentionally difficult. He does this sometimes.
Don't ampersand it.
Gotta say though, haven't seen him do this before. Good idea.
Hello. The twitch in my eye says you're a cool guy.
Wow, really? Thanks. Yeah, he keeps saying these irrelevant catchphrases and making no sense.
My car's so fast, it drives through grass.
Fascinating. I don't think I've seen a car do that before. I will see what I can do.
Who put the Pikachu in the stew?
And how does that make you feel?
This is getting nowhere.
I will have you know, I have gleaned some prophetic insights from him.
No, you haven't. Nothing he's been saying is making any sense.
I guess it would not make sense to you.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means you are kind of stupid.
Hey!
Whoa, all this bric-a-brac is giving me a heart attack. Yeah, I'm done now.
Well, friends, that's all the time we have for today. So until next time.
Sayonara.
Adios.
Bon voyage. Goodbye.
Goodbye.